Hi, I'm Kim McNicholas, CEO of the Global P.A.D. Association, supporting more than 12,000 patients globally. And I'm just so tired of hearing from patients who are getting denied procedures by so many different insurance companies. And just recently, a very serious case that was denied by Humana, limb-saving care, timely, effective limb-saving care. And I want to appeal to you, Jim Rechtin, the CEO of Humana, the new CEO of Humana. If you've only been there since July, I would assume you have a lot to get a handle on. And this is something that I think I need to bring to your attention sooner rather than later and give you the chance to do something about it, because we are in this fight to improve patient outcomes together. And I'm guessing at this point, with only being a few months into the job as CEO, that you don't know the harm that those below you and whom you're contracted with are having on patients suffering from a disease that's more prevalent and deadlier than most cancers combined, known as peripheral artery disease, or PAD. Just today, this patient pictured was denied limb-saving care by a cardiologist that was part of your third-party provider for pre-authorizations. This cardiologist, who specializes in congenital heart disease, not PAD, congenital heart disease, contracted through your partner, Cohere Health, told this patient's doctor that Humana was no longer approving atherectomy for below-the-knee stenosis. Atherectomy being those roto-rooting devices that they even use in the coronary arteries as what's called vessel preparation, making the plaque more amenable to be moved aside even further by balloon and balloon angioplasty. Why, you might ask? I can only imagine it's because media made a big production out of just a handful of doctors who were caught using these devices too much for more reimbursement. And Humana is now using it as an excuse for additional denials for patients in the most advanced stage of PAD, known as critical limb ischemia, or CLI, not realizing that there might be a difference in what the doctors, who are the handful of doctors that might have been using it for reimbursement sake, versus the doctors that are using it for true limb salvage. And I would imagine that as an insurance company, that some of these denials are done to save money. But what if this image was that of your father, your mother, your brother, even a really close family friend? You know, many vascular specialists don't even try to save a leg if there are blockages below the knee, because they know that before they even close up, it'll reblock with just the use of simply a balloon for angioplasty. They say, well, why delay the inevitable? And they just amputate the leg. But with evidence accumulating that shows improved outcomes with the appropriate use of an atherectomy device as indicated, we are seeing more and more doctors known as CLI fighters who are using these devices to improve patency rates for patients who might otherwise lose their leg sooner versus later. Is it a cure? No, it's not a cure. Will it lead to a revolving door of treatments? Yes, in just about every case, it will. But chemo and radiation are not a cure for cancer. They just lead to a revolving door of treatments. And you reimburse for that to give these patients the best chance of living to just walk another day. PAD patients, PAD patients, deserve that same courtesy. Who is this cardiologist contracted by Cohere who, on her LinkedIn page, recently wrote that they are, quote, trying to make the entire prior authorization experience better for physicians and patients alike, unquote? Yeah, I don't see that happening with PAD, because yet There she is, a cardiologist with no experience in PAD, telling a CLI fighter that he cannot do what he deems necessary to save a limb. Therefore, at the same time, she's telling this patient that he must go home over the weekend and continue to suffer with the worst Charlie horses you could ever imagine, waking him up over and over and over again out of a sound sleep throughout the night. Oh, and meantime, time is tissue, and so the gangrene continues to spread. Would you want that for your family? Would you want that for your close friends? Would you want that for your customers? I strongly ask that Humana and Cohere please prioritize limb salvage over profits, or word will slip out for patients to find another supplemental provider in the next open enrollment. If you want to discuss the situation, you're welcome to reach out to me, KYM at thewaytomyheart.org, KYM at thewaytomyheart.org, because this is not an isolated incident. And I'm so tired again watching these patients suffer because of this dishonorable behavior. Please prioritize patients over profits, and let's come together and figure out a way to save life and limb together.